These heavenly and some seemingly harsh images belong to our planet, Earth. The world is decorated with natural vegetation of five distinct types: forests, grasslands, tundra, desert, and glaciers. Life in each of these habitats is unique, different, and yet tied together distinctly by various geographical factors. It is interesting to see how the Earth's natural vegetation changes landscape, supports wildlife, and shapes human life altogether. In this session, we take out just a leaf from the grand scheme of natural vegetation, and this is life in the temperate grasslands. At the end of Module 1, you will be able to describe the characteristics of a grassland, locate the North American prairies on the world map, understand the physical features and climate of the prairies, identify the flora and fauna unique to the prairies, appreciate the interrelationship between people living in the prairies and their natural environment. What are grasslands? Grasslands are vast regions covered mostly by grass and grass-like plants. Grasslands make up almost a quarter of the total land surface. The type of plants that grow here greatly depend on what the climate and soil are like. Grasslands are found where there is not enough regular rainfall to support the growth of a forest, but not so little that a desert forms. As climate plays an important role in the formation of grasslands, it is generally used as a basis to divide the world's grasslands into two broad categories: grasslands of the temperate regions and grasslands of the tropical regions. Tropical grasslands are located near the equator, such as those in Africa, Southern Asia, Australia, and Northern South America. And temperate grasslands are located between the equator and the poles, including those in North America, Europe, Southern South America, Africa, and Australia. Do you know grasslands go by many names? In the United States Midwest, they are often known as prairies. In South America, they are known as pampas. Central Eurasian grasslands are known as steppes, while African and South African grasslands are called savannas and veldts, respectively. Let us talk about the prairies. Prairies are the temperate grasslands of North America. The word prairie originated from the Latin word priata, which means meadow. They have the following features. It is a region of flat, gently sloping or hilly land. For the most part, prairies are treeless, but near the low-lying plains, flanking river valleys or woodlands can be found. Tall trees up to 2 meters high dominate the landscape. Location. It is usually a sea of grasses. The prairies cover parts of the United States of America and parts of Canada. The Rocky Mountains bound them in the west, and the Great Lakes cover them in the east. The tributaries of River Mississippi drain the prairies in the USA. On the other hand, the tributaries of the Saskatchewan rivers drain the prairies of Canada. Climate of the prairies. The prairies are located in the heart of a continent. Therefore, the climate is of the continental type with extreme temperatures. The summers are warm with temperatures of around 20 degrees Celsius, and winters are very cold with temperatures of around minus 20 degrees Celsius. In winters, a thick blanket of snow covers this region. It rains moderately in this region, and is ideal for the growth of grass. Due to the absence of the north-south barrier, a local wind called Chinook blows here. Let us now take a look at the flora and fauna of the prairies. The prairies are practically treeless. Based on availability of water, the plants found in this area differ. Trees such as willows, alders, and poplars grow in areas where you get water. Where rainfall received is above 50 centimeters, farming is practiced as the soil is fertile. The main crop here is maize. The other crops that are grown in this area include potatoes, soybean, alfalfa, and cotton. Areas where rainfall is very little or unreliable, short and sparse grasses are found. These areas are suitable for cattle rearing. Large cattle farms are called ranches. These are looked after by sturdy men called cowboys. The American buffalo, or the bison, is the main animal in the prairies. However, it has nearly got extinct due to indiscriminate hunting. Other animals found in this region are rabbits, prairie dogs, coyotes, and gophers. People of the prairies. The people of this region are very hardworking. They are successfully harnessing the technology to utilize its natural resources. The two most developed countries in the world, the United States of America and Canada, are located in this region. Agriculture. Scientific methods of cultivation and use of tractors, harvesters, and combiners have made North America a surplus producer of food grains. The prairies are also called the granaries of the world due to surplus wheat production. Dairy farming. It is another major industry in this region. The dairy belt extends from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic coast in the east. Food processing industries. Dairy farming and surplus production in agriculture promote setting up of food processing industries. Mineral resources. This region has rich deposits of minerals like iron and coal. Infrastructure. There is a very good network of roads, railways, and canals in this region. This is one of the most industrialized and advanced regions in the world. We conclude this topic with some of these interesting facts. Did you know the grasslands of prairies were the home of Native Americans, often called Red Indians? They were the actual inhabitants of the continent. The prairies were home of other tribes also, like the Apache, the Crow, the Cree, and the Pawnee. Chinook is a hot wind that blows in winter and therefore raises the temperature within a short time. This increase in temperature results in the melting of snow, making pasture land available for grazing of animals. Important cities in the American prairies are Chicago, Minneapolis, Indianapolis, Kansas, and Denver. In the Canadian prairies, the important cities are Edmonton, Saskatoon, Calgary, and Winnipeg. Summary. Grasslands are vast regions covered mostly by grass and grass-like plants. On the basis of climate, the world's grasslands can be classified into two broad categories: temperate grasslands and tropical grasslands. The temperate grasslands of North America are called prairies. It is a region of flat, gently sloping or hilly land which is mostly treeless. Tall grass up to 2 meters high dominate the landscape. The prairies are bound by the Rocky Mountains in the west and the Great Lakes in the east. Prairies cover parts of North America and Canada. In the USA, the area is drained by the tributaries of the Mississippi, and in Canada, they are drained by the tributaries of the Saskatchewan rivers. The climate is of continental type with extreme temperatures. In winter, a thick blanket of snow covers this region. It rains moderately in this region. A local wind called Chinook blows here. Prairies are practically treeless. Trees such as willows, alders, and poplars grow in areas where you get water. In areas where farming is practiced, maize, potatoes, soybean, alfalfa, and cotton are grown. Areas where rainfall is very little or unreliable, short and sparse grasses are found. These areas are suitable for cattle rearing. Large cattle farms are called ranches, which are looked after by cowboys. The American buffalo or the bison, rabbits, prairie dogs, coyotes, and gophers are some of the animals found here. Two most developed countries in the world, the United States of America and Canada, are located in this region. Scientific methods of cultivation and use of tractors, harvesters, and combines have made North America a surplus food producer of food grains. The prairies are also called the granaries of the world. The dairy farming belt extends from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic coast in the east. Dairy farming and surplus production in agriculture promotes setting up of food processing industries. This region has rich deposits of minerals like iron and coal. With a very good network of roads, railways, and canals in this region, this is one of the most industrialized and advanced regions in the world.